Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show how to design a G+2 RCC building subjected to earthquake load. So for that, let us consider an example. Design a G+2 RCC building with following data. Height of building is 9 meter. So the story height of each story is 3 meter uniform. The number of bays and width along bay along X direction is 2. Number of bays are 2 and the width is 4 meter. Using M25 concrete and Fe415 steel, wall load on all beams except roof is 10 kilonewton per meter, and wall load on exterior roof beams is 3 kilonewton per meter. That is a parapet wall load. Then live load on floor is 3 kilonewton per meter square. Thickness of slab is 120 mm. Size of all beams is 350 mm by 250 mm. Size of all columns is 350 by 350 mm square column. And the building is located in seismic zone 4. And the response reduction factor to be considered is 3. And importance factor of building is 1.5. And consider hard soil. So for that, I am using the equivalent lateral method, equivalent that is static method. So let us go to STAAD Pro again. So in that I will give the file name as seismic design of G+2 building, selecting unit as metric, and then I will create a model. Then I will go to structure wizard to import a RCC model. So I'll go to frame model. I will select a bay frame. The length is 8 meters, height is 9 meters, width is also 8 meters. So the number of bays along length, that is along X direction, are 2. The number of bays along height are 3, that is number of stories. Number of bays along width, that is along Z direction, are 2. So I select apply, and then I will transfer this model to the main screen. Next, I will go to the properties. So in that, select define the properties for beam and column. So for column, I am using 0.35 by 0.35 size column. So select the material as concrete, then add it. Then for beam, I am using a property of 0.35 by 0.25. Add it. So this column I have to assign to all the columns. So I'll select the columns which are parallel to Y direction. Select the columns, select the property and press assign to selected beams and click on assign yes. Then next select the beam property, select the beams which are parallel to X direction, select the beams which are parallel to Z direction, and then click on assign to selected beams, assign yes. So the property is assigned to all the beams and columns. Next we will go to the supports, then create a fixed support, add it, then select a proper view where you can assign, where you can select the bottom nodes only, check verify it from 3D. All bottom nodes are selected, then click on assign to selected nodes and then click assign yes. Then the support is also assigned, then go to the loadings. So first we have to define the seismic loads, because here we have to create the seismic definitions also. So that is, here I will go to into definitions, then I will create seismic definitions, add it. Then in that I will define the parameters. First I will select the IS code, the Indian standard IS 1893. I will select the latest version 2016. I will define the parameters by clicking on generate. Here the choice is of city, but here the zone is given, so I will select the zone number 4 as per the data. So the zone factor is 0.24. Then the response reduction factor is 3, so I will select RC building with ordinary moment resisting frame. I am not going to consider the special moment resisting frame as per IS 13920. So here it is only ordinary moment resisting frame. Importance factor is here it is 1.5. The soil given is hard soil. Then damping I will assume as 5%. I will click on generate it, then add it. Then next, wall area we will not define. We will go to the self weight of the beams and columns. So self weight factor we will go for -1 because it is acting in downward direction. I will select add it. Now in these definitions, I have to select all the weights that are going to act on the building for the seismic definitions. Here, the wall area I am not considering. I am directly considering the converted UDL of the wall load, that is the uniformly distributed load, which is acting on entire span of the beam. That is first, it is given as 10 kilonewton per meter for all the beams except roof, and 3 kilonewton per meter for the exterior roof beam. So I will go to the STAAD Pro screen again. Then I will define minus 10 kilonewton per meter uniformly distributed load. I will add it. Then again minus 3 kilonewton per meter, and then I will add it. That later we have to assign it also, because it is not specified on which elements it is going to act. Then later element weight we will not define, and then we will go to the floor loads. So the floor load is given, that is the floor load, that is the live load on the floor, is 3 kilonewton per meter square. So there are two ways. Actually the depth of the slab is also given, that is thickness of the slab is also given, that is 120 mm. There are two ways actually. You can assign the slab, you can create a slab, you can assign the slab to the model, or you can assign the load of the self weight of the slab also. So here I'm not going to model the slab. I am directly adding the self load, self weight of the slab, that is kilonewton per meter square. So for that, I will calculate it. The self weight of the slab is that is 25 is the density multiplied by thickness, that is 0.12. It becomes 3 kilonewton per meter square. So that I will add it. So 3 kilonewton per meter square self load of the slab, and 3 kilonewton per meter square, that is live load of on the floor. So it becomes totally 6. There is a provision also. If you want, you can reduce this live load which is going to act on the during the earthquake. So but here I will consider the 100% on all the floors. So that is become 6, 3 plus 3 dead load plus live load, 6 kilonewton per meter square. So I will define the y range, that is a 3 minimum and 9 as maximum floor level. So I will going to add it. So next, this wall load I have to assign to all the beams, so except at roof. So I will select the beams. First I will go to the proper view, I will select front view, I will select the beams. Here you can see the beams which are at first floor level and second floor level are selected, load is selected. Then press assign to selected beams, click on assign, yes. Then for this minus 3 kilonewton per meter UDL, I have to select only exterior beams. Then click on assign to selected beams. Click assign, yes. So the definitions are created. Now we will go to the load case details. Click add. So here I will add two load case, that is first for earthquake EQ, and earthquake I am going to add only along X direction. You can apply it on all the 4 direction and you can check the results of design. So I will select the seismic, I will add it, and in second load case I am going to consider dead load. It is not factored, but just whatever actual dead load and live load acting on the building, dead load and live load. I'm just clicking on add for my reference. So in EQX, the definitions are already created, so you just have to add it, and you have to create seismic loads giving as a direction as X direction and giving as a factor as 1. Add it, close it. So in seismic definition, as per IS 1893, earthquake along X direction as per linear static method is correct, generated. Now in the dead load and live load, I will select add. So the self weight, I have to consider self weight of all the beams and columns. Just a minute. We will create the, yes, in the seismic definitions also we have created the self weight. So in the load case details also we have to create the self weight of beams and columns. So here select factor as -1, it is acting in the downward direction, add it. Then select member load. Member load first is -10, acting that is wall load acting at a first level beam, first floor level beam and second floor level beams. So add it. Then next is -3, add it. Then next is the floor load, that is -6, acting at level 3 and level up to 9. So add it, close it. Next is a assigning of these loads. So select the self weight. self weight of entire components we have to assign. So assign to view, press assign to view, and then click it on assign. Yes. Then this minus 10 kilonewton per meter we have to assign to only selected beams, that is at first floor level beam and second floor level beam. So I will select that beams, then click it on assign to selected beams, press assign. Yes. Then select that 3 kilonewton per meter load, select the proper view, select that beams only, or you can go to front view also. So the external beams at roof level are selected. Select that load 3 kilonewton per meter and click on assign to selected beams. Assign. Yes. So the loads are assigned. Next we'll go for combinations, because later we have to design the beam and columns also. So in the load case details, I will select one load case details. I will click it on define combinations. So that is depend on you. As per the IS code also you can go different load combinations, but I will select a load combinations with a factor applied to earthquake as 1.2, and also for dead load and live load also 1.2. So 1.2 and 1.2 factor is applied to dead load, live load, and earthquake load in x direction. So I will add it. So in background it is created, so no need to assign, it will get automatically assigned. Next you go to analyze. First we will analyze it, add, close, then click it on run analysis. It should show zero error. You can go to the output file also to check the value of base shear. Here the base shear obtained as per clause 7.2.1 is 251.6 kilonewton. You can check the how the lateral force is going to distribute by linear static method. You can go to loading. You can select the load here IS 1893. See how it is going to be distributed along the height. If you want, you can give the scale to this point force. Let us say 10. I will say 5. I will say apply it. Okay. See, if you want, you can show the you can see the values also. Go to the labels, click it on load values, select apply. See the as per IS conversion IS 1893, the lateral force is distributed like this. Now next we'll go to the design. Go to the design and select the material as concrete, select the IS code as IS 456. I am not going to the ductile design. So then next go to the select parameters. I am not going to select all the parameters, just as per the data given, that is the what is the grade of concrete and what is the grade of steel, that is the compressive strength of concrete that I am going to add, and what is the grade of steel that I am going to add. So okay, and then we will define the grade of concrete, that is M25, so that is 25,000 kilonewton per meter square, and the grade of steel is 415 kilonewton per meter square. Then give the command as design the beam, then design column, and take off, add it, close it. So assign the respective command given in the design. So this M25 concrete I am going to use for all casting of all beams and columns. So click it on assign to view, assign, yes. Then FY main is also I am going to assign to entire beams and columns. Then designing beams. So select the beams which are parallel to X and beams which are parallel to Z. Assign this command to selected beams. Press assign, yes. Then go to select design columns, assign it to the columns only which are oriented along Y direction. So click it on assign to selected beams, click assign, yes. So the assignment of designing command is been done. Now go to again analysis and design, select the analysis command, add it, close it, and then click it on run analysis, yes. So again it should show zero error. So we will go to post processing mode, and I will select all the load combination should be applied and the cases will be applied. Here is the deflected shape. The deflected shape, whatever you want, you can select the load cases, you can select the combination, and let us see the design results. So for that I am going to select beam cursor. If you want, you can select for click it, double click it on any beam, and if this tab appears, so that means the design is successful. You can see the results here of design, the main steel, distribution steel. You can click it on any column, and you can see the concrete design. What are the design requirements? What is the grade of steel, grade of concrete, AST requirement 1145, percentage of steel, bar size, bar numbers. Here you can do the design. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. If you liked, then press the like button. Thank you for watching.